Hey guys, Jordan here from Tech today, and if you're looking for a $1,000 gaming PC build capable of maxing out current titles, this just might be the option to check out. So, let's get to it. So to start off this build, I've chosen the Intel Core i5-6600K. Now this CPU has 4 physical cores and a 3.5 GHz clock speed, but the nice thing about this chip is that it's overclockable, which means that you could easily get well into 4 GHz. On top of that, it's also part of the latest Intel CPU family, Skylake. This means that you'll be able to get both efficient power use, while at the same time great performance. So since I've decided to go with the i5-6600K in this build, it unfortunately does not come with a CPU cooler in the box, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage, considering you'll get both better temps, but at the same time it'll cost you a bit more. But moving on, I've chosen the world-renowned Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. Now this cooler will be able to keep your CPU nice and chilly while at the same time not breaking the bank, with it coming in at just about $30. And I'm personally using this cooler and I've really been liking it, so you can't go wrong by picking this one up. So for the motherboard in this build, I didn't go too crazy by picking up the MSI Z170A PC-Mate. This is one of the most affordable Z170A chipset boards that will give you full support for your overclock, but be sure not to go too crazy because the cooling isn't the best, but it'll get the job done for this build. It's also packing the LGA1151 socket for your CPU, and support for DDR4 RAM, an M.2 drive, and 6 USB 3.0 ports. Plus, it also has a sleek black look to blend in with the rest of your components. So for the memory in this build, I've decided to go with 8GB of G.Skill Ripjaws V series memory. Now this RAM has a clock speed of 2400 MHz, which is really nice, especially considering its affordable price point of just about $45. It's also packing a cast latency of 15. And on top of all that, it comes in 2 modules, which means that you'll be able to run them in dual channel for even better performance. So for the storage in this build, I've gone with both an SSD and a hard drive for optimal performance. So for the SSD, I've chosen a 250GB Samsung 850 EVO drive. When it comes down to pure specs, this drive can read data at 540 megabytes a second and write it at 520 megabytes a second. So that means you'll be able to load Windows and any other files that you need frequently in a pinch. Now this drive comes in at about $85, and with its over 7,000 4.7-star reviews on Amazon, you can't go wrong. So when it comes to all your extra files that aren't as important when it comes to load times, I've chosen out the 1TB Western Digital Caviar Blue hard drive. So this drive has a spindle speed of 7200 RPM and 64 megabytes of cache, which should be plenty for those extra files. Plus, its price tag of just $50 won't break the bank either. So overall, this should be able to get the job done for all your storage needs. So when it comes to the GPU in this $1,000 gaming PC, I've chosen the MSI Radeon R9 390. And this is one of the best GPUs considering its price point of just about $320. And in most tests, it outperforms the NVIDIA GTX 970, according to GPU Boss. So putting aside this card's awesome black and red color scheme and sleek backplate, it has a whopping 8GB of GDDR5 memory, a core clock of 1060 MHz, and support for DirectX 12. On top of that, it's got the usual I/O of 2 DVI ports, 1 HDMI, and 1 DisplayPort. And to keep it all cool, it's got MSI's Twin Frozer 5 fan technology with military class 4 components. So housing it all is the NZXT Source 210 Elite. In this case comes in both black and white to match your color theme. So for the front I/O, you'll be seeing 1 USB 3.0 and 1 USB 2.0 along with the usual microphone and headphone ports. And when it comes to drive storage, this case has 3 5¼ inch bays and 8 3.5 inch bays. But keep in mind you'll need an adapter for proper SSD mounting. But overall, for about $50, it's a great case. So I've decided to go with a really reliable power supply for this build, considering it's really the heart of the whole computer. So I've gone with the Corsair CS550M watt supply. And this PSU is semi-modular, so you won't have to deal with too many extra cables, but on top of that, it's also 80+ Gold certified for better efficiency, and it'll also save you a couple bucks a month on your power bill. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and drop me your comments below about this month's $1,000 gaming PC build. So thanks for watching, and see ya!